I'm going on trial as a non-league mascot at a National League club. I'll be taking on 3 challenges to prove I've got what it takes. I'll also be taking part in the half-time challenge, where there's a huge grand prize on offer. We've travelled to the West Midlands to watch Solihull Moors versus Wealdstone.
If you want some, I'll give it you.
After the disappointment of my trial earlier in the season at Cheshunt FC, I'm on the hunt to find a new job in football. I want to follow in the footsteps of legendary mascots such as Gunnosaurus, Stamford the Lion, and of course, Kingsley at Partick Thistle.
We arrived at the Armcote Arena nice and early and was quickly taken down the tunnel to get changed into Solly, the Moorcat, as I was the first trialist of the day. If this goes well, I could be today's mascot, but I had to impress the judges, which included Becky, the CEO of the Solihull Moors Foundation. Becky, what is it you're looking for in a mascot?
So in a mascot, it's really important we want someone who's enthusiastic, full of energy and can get the crowd on their feet and cheering.
Got your panel here, introduce us to them.
My X Factor panel, this is Adam.
Hello.
And then we've got Joe's foundation staff.
So what's challenge number 1, Becky?
Challenge number 1 is fitness.
Right.
So we want you running up and down the pitch. How fast, how sporty can you be?
Despite the 2.5-hour journey, there was still plenty of gas left in the legs. A quick stretch and I was ready. I was producing some serious speed that would give Roadrunner a race for his money. After 2 quick sprints, I think the judges were impressed.
Challenge number 2 is dancing, so 15 seconds of your best moves.
Having competed in the Soccer AM dance-off multiple times and finishing second once, may I add, this would be easy. I dusted off some of my best moves, added a bit of flair and energy to a routine that wouldn't look out of place on Strictly. We finished off with challenge number 3.
The most important thing, goal celebrations.
Right, any tips?
Just do your best.
Do my best.
Wow us.
I went with the traditional Cristiano Ronaldo Sue celebration and then followed it with my best cowboy rodeo, then panicked and hit another Sue. Hopefully, I'd done enough to get the gig. The judges then had to go off and deliberate, so whilst they'd done that, we had a little look around the ground. Welcome to the Moors Arms, established in 2023. This is a proper sports bar for fans to enjoy before the game. The decor is top notch and on the tellies is the lunchtime kickoff. Unfortunately for Blues fans, it was Southampton versus Birmingham. Moving swiftly on to the outdoor fan zone area, which features a fantastic mural on the fence. Perfect spot for a pre-match pint, as the Wealdstone
If you want some, I'll give it you.
team arrived. We had a little peek in the away changing room. It's a nice simplistic design, and one thing I did notice, the radiators were on full blast. So we headed back down the tunnel to pitch side.
It's been a long time since we've done a dugout of the week, but we're going to bring it back because we're in the National League. We're in professional football. Come step down, ladders, in this lovely deep dugout we've got here at Solihull Moors. This is where the gaffer, Andy Wing, takes charge of his team. We've got a massive technical area. We've got the plastic blue seatings and the strong metal with the perspex. This is a beautiful dugout. As we come onto this pitch, onto an absolute carpet, the home dugout at Solihull Moors.
The panel was still discussing whether or not I'd got the job, and whilst they continued to do that, we caught up with Stu, the head groundsman. Your lads have been out here early cutting that grass. How long does it take to get the pitch ready?
About 5 hours to get it done, cut 2 ways, get it marked out, and then goals up and ready to go.
And the lines were getting repainted this morning as well.
Lines repainted every game. We've gone back to the ready mix paint today, which is a lot brighter, so the lines should look good.
And talk to me about the design, because it looks class.
It's just something we do different, just basically it's the traditional stripes you've got and just reverse the edges, so it just looks something different. The players love it, so why not?
How good does this pitch look from the safety control room? FYI, Chris and his team have got eyes on you, so no messing about at games, please. Back on the pitch, Stu said he had one more job for me later on. I haven't had this much work since Soccer AM ended. Scott whipped the camera around the club shop, which on first viewing looked like a burger van, but morphed into a shop like a transformer. The time had come for the judges to give me the verdict on whether or not I'd beaten the other trialists to get the gig of Solly the Moorcat.
You wowed us.
Yeah.
You showed your fitness, you showed your creativity, and that enthusiasm was there to put
Yeah.
a smile on our faces, wasn't it,
100%.
guys?
100%.
You agree, Joe?
Yeah, I don't think we need the trialist, to be honest. I think
Really?
you've got the job already, mate.
Yeah.
Your voice is the most important one. Did I do you proud?
You are making me super proud. You are brilliant.
Thank you there. So I've actually got the job then. Have I come all the way from Essex and I've got a job?
Yeah, I think weekly we'll welcome you, yeah?
Love it, get in there. Right, lads. New mascot, ain't I?
The news travelled fast. The first team players were overjoyed with the decision. They knew I had their back, but there was one man I needed the support of, the gaffer, Andy Wing. Have you got any advice for me?
Enthusiasm, get the crowd involved, work your socks off. Look as though you're enjoying it. I know you can't in that mask or whatever, but look as if your body movements or whatever, your actions are making sure you enjoy it, and get the crowd going.
How much are you enjoying life in the National League?
Tough. Really tough. You know, some really good football teams in here. It's a tough league, but I'm absolutely loving it, to be fair. Pitting my wits against some fantastic managers. Full-time football. You know, we started off really well, obviously, but, every game you have to work hard in terms of preparation to be bang on it. If you're not bang on it, we got beat last week because we weren't quite on it. So it's a relentless and tough league.
The injured players were out there doing their own runs before the game. Great to see Joe Sabara back on the pitch. He is such a top lad.
Nice, Curly.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, we're just giving the little beast in, really. There's a few lads, we've got about 2-3 injuries. We're just trying to squeeze them in before the game, really, and kind of push them back into that squad and make them not want to be injured anymore.
How did you manage their workload?
A lot of people think at this sort of level it's just run and get back in, but there's a lot behind it. We've got a sports scientist, GPS data. It's all based off numbers, really, and pretty much based on feel of the player, but yeah, beasting is the main goal of this bit.
And I saw a 52-second lap of the pitch. Is that good?
52 is a good one, 55 is the minimum, yeah, so 52 will take.
Before I could even think of being a meerkat, I had one more job to do on the pitch.
Stu, the head groundsman, has given me the responsibility of painting both penalty spots and the centre circle. What a day. I love non-league football. Always walk up the light side of the pitch. Is that because your feet will press the grass?
Push your back the other way, then
right.
feet marks.
Okay.
Always walk up the right way.
Fine details, I love it. I'm just going to follow you. Small one for the penalty spot.
Put your 2 fingers on top.
Yep.
Just go gently around the outside of it.
God, I'm actually quite nervous. Bit more paint, he says. Oh no. Come on. Don't step on the white lines either. Same technique. Oh no.
That's it. You put him down, always put it that way.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that's there. I think I've got more of the cone there. I'm going back round that one. Coming back round. That's lovely, that. Bit 10 more. Specialist grass paint, ready mix.
As I left my mark on the pitch, let me know what you think of my handiwork. The pitch was now ready for the players. They immediately got stuck into the warm-up. Striker Mark Beck showcasing his power with a few stretches. And after a quick set on the resistance bands, the lads moved on to the aerobic exercises, where the pitch took a bit of a battering. Don't tell Stu. After a kickball session, it was time to brush up on some finishing. As the crowd started to gather, it was time to transform into Solihull the Moorcat and entertain these fans. With my vision heavily restricted, I made my way through the ground and out into the crowd. It didn't take long before I was swamped with people asking for photos, which I happily obliged. I was loving it. The fans were loving it. Then I probably broke rule 1 of the Mascot handbook. Don't talk.
What score?
3-0.
Tell you what, mate, I'm hot. You've always got to be on point.
I was back having photos taken, high-fiving everyone. Then something I didn't expect one lad to do was ask for an autograph. Have you ever tried to sign something wearing meerkat gloves? It's really difficult.
Just had to do my first signature. My biggest fear was spelling everything correctly. This is awesome. Gotta love non-league. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, love it. Thank you. Come on. Richard Stearman, playing in the Premier League. My feet are wet. These aren't waterproof. Warm under here, lads. Safe, bruv, safe.
I was probably getting a bit too big for my boots and missed my Olé moment as the teams come out. That was me done as Solly. What an experience. The fans were fantastic. It was a pleasure to don the famous costume. It was time to enjoy the game. Wheelstone got us underway and had the first real chance, but it was comfortably dealt with by Solihull. Moors then produced some great defending and ended the half with a shot of their own. 0-0 at the break.
So it is half time. I am taking part in a challenge where you have to hit a ball from the penalty spot into the middle of the target, and I'm going to win a prize. The outside prize is a pie. The next one, tickets for the game. Third one, £100 voucher. And the middle one, 10 people in a box at the next game.
Curly up next. Here we
Oh,
go.
God.
How confident are you, Curly?
Not very confident.
Not very confident. Would you rather be a pasty or a pie?
Would I rather be a pasty or a pie? Ooh, pie.
Pie.
Needs a bit.
We're going to be a bit too weak. Just too short.
Okay, all right. Any advice?
Kick the ball harder
Yeah.
and get some more accuracy on it.
Yeah.
Here are your laces and,
Laces?
well, if you have any laces.
Right, okay.
And then just
Laces, harder,
a more accuracy.
and more accuracy.
Don't slip over.
Don't slip over. Got it. Right, quality.
Press it.
Oh, it's not.
No, that looks good. That's got to be on.
Get me on that.
Go on.
Kick,
Come on.
kick.
Oh, first it. Even better in my opinion. Free pie.
Oh, right. Nice.
Great work.
Thank
Top
you.
work, that was. Right,
Free pie. Get in there.
On the topic of food, it's time for Scott's burger review.
Right, grubs up and look at this. This is a weighty burger. I've gone for the half pounder with bacon and have a look inside. We've got the double patty, layer of cheese on each one, bacon, caramelised onions. This cost me £7.80, I think. On the board it's saying they say they're nice and I'm inclined to believe them. I'm going to give it a try and I think we'll give it a name. I've had a taste. And it's come to me pretty quickly actually. This is a Solihull Moorish Monster Burger. Absolute winner.
Solihull kicked off the second half and opened the scoring with a delightful dinky-do over the GK. They came close to a second, but the header went wide. A solid win for Solihull and a class day out. If your club needs a job doing, get in touch with Location Football and we'll send Curly along.